What is up everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at SUI, as it has been absolutely exploding. The entire crypto market has sort of seen a slight turnaround, but SUI has remained in an immense uptrend. We are on the weekly chart here, so if we go onto the daily, you'll see it did consolidate from roughly December, mid-December all the way up to the end of December, and on New Year's Day, and really ever since then, we've been absolutely soaring. We went from roughly $4 to now $5.20, and we broke through a crucial resistance level right here at 2.618. Now, this is a key resistance level because it goes with the Fibonacci sequence from the previous all-time high that we had all the way back to the previous low that we had in 2024. And we've been using even, the 1.618 level as support level. We use the 2.618 level as a resistance, and now it looks like we might even use it as a support. So overall, SUI is looking really strong. It's probably one of the strongest coins right now in the entire crypto space, even though it is like 1% down today, whereas other coins like Render are up 7%, and the entire crypto market is quite green today, even with the S&P being up nearly 1%. So that is just a slight consolidation happening from this huge pump that we had. Like on the 3rd of January, for example, we had SUI pump up, how much was this? It's 17%. And then the day after that it pumps up another 11%. So this is just a slight pullback, coming down to roughly $4.96, maybe even $4.84, finding more accumulations right there, and we will look to see to head even higher. Now the highs we're going to be looking to head to is going to be very crucial. These highs, because we are in price discovery, they've never been hit before, so it's really important for us to start building data on these highs, on these Fibonacci sequences, so that we can determine where we can start buying and selling SUI, because all of these levels are unprecedented. We've never been here before, and it's really risky to try and randomly buy here and sell here. So we have to really start building a lot of data points from the SUI chart. Another thing we need to take a look at though, just before we look at where we should be buying and selling SUI, is Bitcoin and Bitcoin dominance. Now Bitcoin performing really well. I think it's the lead up to Donald Trump coming into office. Obviously December wasn't the best month for crypto and Bitcoin in general. We ended up starting December really quite well. I mean, we hit our all-time high in December, but after that we essentially just dumped right back down to 91k. Now we're above 100k again, which is really good to see. Like seeing Bitcoin with 6 figures, it's a really good sight, and I think it's allowing people to invest much more easily into the crypto market because they have that sort of solidity there with Bitcoin. Now it is obviously hitting this resistance level right here at 1.618, which is why we're not really breaking above yet. Once we do break above and start building this as a support, then easily we should be looking to head to 114k, maybe even 138k, and I even have here 156k. So those are the sort of highs we have. We are approaching a resistance level, so it could get quite volatile here over the next day or two until we see whether we can break through or whether this is just going to come back down slightly and we need to accumulate even more. Now Bitcoin dominance is another key part of the entire crypto space, and Bitcoin dominance has been falling quite well today and yesterday. It's slightly seeing a pullback, but overall we have created a lower low right here. So this was our initial low just before Christmas, and now this is our new low just after New Year's. So it is in a downtrend. We didn't break above these highs right here. We can see it's a lower high, lower low. It's overall trending down, so it's looking quite good. The only issue we have really is this is a low and this is a higher low so far, so we need to really break up way below this. So if we can come down something like this, then that would be very good. And obviously, if you don't know yet, that when Bitcoin dominance is dumping and Bitcoin is pumping, that means altcoins are absolutely soaring. And if Bitcoin dominance is rising and Bitcoin is falling, then altcoins are plummeting. So essentially altcoins will react inversely compared to Bitcoin dominance, but we also need Bitcoin to be performing well, which it currently is. And obviously with Bitcoin dominance pumping now, as is Bitcoin, altcoins are just sort of staying neutral, not really showing as much, apart from Render. Render is absolutely soaring. It didn't hit our entry point unfortunately right here, but I'm sure a lot of people in the Discord got a few day trades on Render, which again, if you want to check out the Discord down below, I'd highly recommend it. We're sending out trades every single day in there, whether that's swing trades or short-term day trades. We have 90% win rate. You can see all the wins we're getting right here on the screen, so make sure you check that out. But yeah, back to SUI we go. So really for SUI, we have to be targeting extreme highs, and I think if you're going to be looking to hold SUI for the longer term, you should be targeting at at least a 2x, you know, where it's going to be at like $10 plus. It's a good project, has a lot of strength behind it, good community, and I mean, you can see just from the chart alone how strong it is so far. It sort of reminds me of a Solana, a Polkadot back in 2021 during the bull market phase, like where we had right here, for example, you know, extreme strength. Even on these, like I say, minor pullbacks, they were quite major. We went from like $10 down to $7. We went from $19 down to like $14. So they were quite severe, but I mean, it just kept on soaring. It was like you'd buy and the next week you'd be up, you know, maybe 50, 100%. So SUI is sort of reminding me of that. Even Solana, if we take a look here, back in 2021, here we go, you can see soaring. Obviously we had a few dips along the way, but regardless, I mean, we went from, you know, like $10-20 all the way to $260. So SUI is in sort of a similar category. Obviously the market cap, etc., is slightly different, but I mean, in a price action standpoint, it's quite similar to those coins that we were just talking about. So that's why I really like SUI, and that's why I'm really trying to find some good positions to buy in at and really scale heavy into those positions, because I think SUI can perform extremely well. So an exact position that I'd really be looking for would be something like this, you know, potentially a first entry right here, quite close to current market price. How far away is this from current market price? Only around 4%. So you can even enter at current market price. And again, whenever I'm entering these positions, whether that's, you know, on these YouTube videos or in the Discord, it's always a dollar cost average in entry. You know, this isn't going to be my one and only entry. It's not like I'm putting my entire position size in right here. I'm going to be scaling into this position. So I think this is a good first entry point, but that doesn't mean that I don't think it will go any lower. I sort of hope that it goes lower so that my position scales very, very heavily. You know, a second entry point for me could be right here at roughly $4.16. Third entry point could be at like $3.25. Fourth entry point could be at $2.30. I'm not saying that it's going to go down 50%, but we are prepared for that. And that's what's really, really important, you know, for everyone to do in the crypto market, is to prepare for the worst, because a lot of people see the market soaring, they'll enter at current market price with 100%, you know, position size, and then when the market dumps and goes to, you know, to crap, they're left with no capital to invest in at those lower levels, and then they have to hold for much, much longer in order to actually get profits or even just back to break even. So whereas where we are going to be accumulating at multiple you know, entry points, and even if it does just hit this entry point and we're in with like 10, maybe 30% position size, and it, you know, soars, we will still claim with all those rewards because we'll have entered. It obviously won't be as big as entering with full position size, but still, you know, 30% of like 100% gain is better than 100% of a 50% loss. So that's, I think, the best way to look at it. And again, you can always, you know, say we continue going up higher, say we do something like this, which is usually how it goes. Like you can see right here, it's sort of a ladder movement. We go up, we go down slightly, up, down slightly, and it's always like these highs. If I draw it on here, so you can see this high right here sort of becomes the new low, and then this high right here becomes the new low. This high right here might become the new low. That's what you can sort of try and do with these trades. Say, you know, because it's a very strong coin, we enter in at this low and it continues going higher, and then we come back down. You can enter in from this high because it might become the new low, and you can continue doing this, you know, all the way up until you're fully sized into the position. So that's one way of entering when we are in these bullish phases of the market. And if it does reverse, then brilliant, because we're just going to get in lower entries and our average entry price will be so low that when it does go up to $10, $15, maybe even $20 or even higher, that we're going to be absolutely rolling in the profits. So that's what I'm going to be looking to do. As for price targets, you know, short term, you could be targeting 35%, even 55%, but I think that would be quite foolish. I'd rather be targeting slightly longer term, hold for a bit longer, but start targeting, you know, way over 100%. So over 2x, maybe 3x, 4x is what I'd be looking for on SUI. So if you did enjoy the video, please do make sure to like and subscribe. Again, if you want to be getting trades sent to you every single day, check out the Discord down below. If you need a place to buy, sell, or trade cryptocurrency, check out all the exchanges we're working with down below, as it helps out a ton. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye, guys.